G'day guys, Ninja here. We've got Elliot on the table. He's getting a deluxe treatment today. So been doing a few of these lately. The regular treatment, the footy rub we like to call it, or the chat. So maintenance, prevention, be proactive with your body. That's one of the messages we're delivering at the moment. So Elliot's got some sprinting to do next week. And he said he hasn't had a bloody footy rub before. So I said, mate, let's do it.
Get it clean out.
Yeah, so we're just gonna do like half hour roughly treatment. I'm gonna do lower back, top of glutes. I'm doing some sacrum right now. We're gonna do the hamstrings, calves, maybe a bit of feet on both legs. And this is what it could look like for you if you come in and get some work done. And yeah, don't leave it until you're broken and you're injured and you're in pain. You can prevent a lot of things by doing regular maintenance. And the analogy I've been using is the garden. You know, you got your backyard, your front yard, all that kind of stuff. If you don't do any gardening for 1 year, how's it look? You know, especially in spring and summer when it's hot and then things are growing fast. You got to keep on top of it because it gets away from you. So that can be life if you've got more movement, more stress, more whatever on the go, then you probably got to take time to tend to that garden, which is your body in this instance. So, what do you got to say to that, Elliot? You like that analogy?
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so easy to this sort of modern day lifestyle to prioritize yourself a lot less and let things build up over time. And a lot of times we see people when things have already built up for too long.
Yep.
So you probably feel that, like most people feel that themselves. They wait till it's like too late and then you have to deal with a bigger mess.
Yeah.
So if you're in a good state, it's not, don't take it for granted, you know. Have something in place where you can keep yourself in a good state.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise you're always starting again from scratch.
Yeah. You kind of hear that a lot, like you take your body for granted when you're feeling good. You know, when you got health, when you got vitality, you know, you got strength and things like that. And when you've got pain, when you're sick, you know, low energy, you know, all these kind of things. Like, yeah, you kind of go, fuck, I wish I felt good. Yeah.
I guess because like when you're first growing up and you don't have as much of the stuff, it doesn't bother you so much. So you feel like more limber, feel less burdened by your body.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the whole idea of like as you get busier, you just have less time to attend to it. Your sleep is off, you know, your diet's off, so things start accumulating, and people just tell you, oh, it's just part of getting old. You know, but we've got people like under 25 feeling like that. You know, it's not part of getting old. It's lack of care. That's what it is. Because you got older people who don't feel that. You know, you look at what they do. They're always, you know, sleeping well. They're always looking after their bodies, getting it seen to ahead of time. So just flipping the script on that. You know, not being reactive.
Yep. Proactive.
That's it.
Sort of like, I like the little phrase, like, get in the driver's seat. Don't be a passenger, you know what I mean? Yeah, you got to be responsible, take control of where you're going. You know, if you're in the driver's seat, you get to turn the wheel, you need to put the accelerator and the brake on, you know? So when you're in the passenger, you're kind of you go on wherever that person takes you, you're in their hands. So, and that's the thing with your life, your body, your health, you're responsible ultimately. So it's important to remember, not to take it for granted.
Well, you said this before, I reckon. It's like each person is the expert in their body.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, of course, they're the ones 24/7 in it, right?
Yeah.
And so it makes sense that they take charge into understanding what's going on, if it's, you know, on the way up or the way down, and not just fully entrusting it in someone else. Yeah, we can lean on others to get a better perspective, to understand what's going on, but at the end of the day, it's still your own responsibility.
Yeah, I kind of like that, you know, 25, 30 years ago for me, I kind of got some good ideas of different people, you know, books. We had books back in those days. I used to read a lot of books. People don't really know what books are anymore, but the thing with paper and they've got typing, you know, sometimes they've got pictures. Not very often, but sometimes, you know, diagrams. Yeah, I kind of really love that. I kind of got some ideas from different people, some concepts, and things to try and like really resonated with me. I love the natural hygienic kind of philosophies, and once I started applying them and doing some detoxes and just the diets they were kind of describing, and they just really work for me. So it's like sometimes it's good to get ideas off people and try, and I suppose it's like your best teachers are somebody that you want to aspire to be like. You know what I mean? Why would you want to go and get health advice from a sick man? Why would you get fitness advice off an unfit man? I don't know what or financial advice off someone that's bloody bankrupt or broke or something. It's like it doesn't make any sense.
No.
So if you kind of put it like that, you wanna.
That's the real expert, I reckon. Not someone who's got a piece of paper that declares that they are.
Yeah.
Someone who's actually like embodied it, gone through it themselves.
Yeah. Direct experience.
Yeah. Was any of the stuff that you're reading not helpful? Just tried something and just really did not agree with you or work with you?
No. I suppose I was lucky enough to find all the stuff that agree with me, like with my philosophy, but also morals and ethics, things like that as well, like with vegetarian, vegan kind of stuff.
Yep.
So I did read about raw meat, raw dairy, all that kind of stuff as well, and I kind of thought there was a lot of good stuff in it, but I didn't want to do it. And I looked at animals that ate cooked food up against raw foods and things like that as well. That was really interesting, the studies they'd done on that. And a lot of the stuff was done in like 1930s and things like that. So they've known so much for so long as well. So
what about those, I think you told me about these people, the breatharians.
The breatharians, yeah.
What did you read up about them?
Yeah, I have a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, and it's sort of a bit skeptical, or if that's real or not. So
I don't think it's been proven. I think there's the people who said they were found to be sneaking some food. So bit of some scamming going on with some people.
Yeah, it's like there's all these jokes about the breatharian restaurants.
Charge you for a meal.
One of the ones I remember is like, we went into the breatharian restaurant and looked in there for a little bit and then left.
Yep.
Why didn't you stay in there, mate? Oh, I didn't like the atmosphere.
That's a good one.
You like that?
Yeah, no, well, look, it's not totally untrue. They had those oxygen bars, remember them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they still do them, but for a little while it was a bit of a fad where you go to a place and you get oxygen, you order a flavoured type of oxygen as well.
Oh, really?
You just sit there instead of buying
like a vape?
Yeah, they give you a mask, you just breathe it in for a minute or so, and then it's like pure oxygen.
Yeah.
But it didn't sound like it worked.
One thing that I know, because I follow this guy that does dry fasting, he gets rid of parasites and all this, like the water fasting wasn't working for him. It was to a point, but the parasites he had were living on the water. So he was doing dry fasting, and he said what he'd do is you go into the river or the ocean or whatever, and that's how you hydrate yourself. What? And so you can kind of it's true. Like I reckon I get that hydration feeling when I've been in spas and things like that, and pools, because you just, how you busting for a piss after you go to the pool, or when you've been in there for a while.
Yeah, but that's because the water pressure on your body is squeezing the blood.
You reckon?
Yeah. That's why. It's not because you're getting water from the pool.
I reckon it goes in. I reckon it does.
You get dehydrated because it washes the oils off your skin, and then your body has to hydrate the skin. You lose water.
If you're a breatharian, are you allowed to put coconut oil on your skin?
Hey?
Are you allowed to put coconut oil on your skin? Is that cheating?
That's that should be alright.
Yeah, well, you can get nourished through your skin. I reckon you can get nourished through your...
Are you saying that for those people that put coconut oil, they're getting no...
Yeah.
I thought they're just protecting their skin.
Yeah, but I reckon you get some nourishment from it as well.
Okay.
Because your body would go, I'm not getting anything, I'm going to take this
probably get something
in through the bloodstream.
But not that much water.
Yeah.
Nah, it don't work like that.
Come on, I reckon it's real.
No. You're saying...
Be a breatharian for a little bit, let's see how you go. What do you reckon?
I'll get so sick.
No, well, it's not sick. You got to have change the way you perceive it because you're detoxing, bro.
Okay.
You're clearing out the pipes. You're loving yourself. You're devoted to yourself.
So check this out. There's a YouTube video of someone who was trying the breatharian thing like day by day. I think she made it like day 30 or 40 or something like that. Then she got really sick.
Yeah. She was detoxing, mate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was coming out. Like I was thinking about, I did like fully raw, like at the 5-year mark, all this different stuff coming out. I went through like a healing crisis, but my perception of it was positive. I just felt like I was detoxing, I was purging it took all that time for this deeper stuff that had from my previous, habits, drinking and meat and all these different things for it to come out, all the toxins and stuff to come out.
Yeah.
So, we don't know until you experience things. You can't really fully comment. And everyone's got a different truth.
Yeah, telling you the breatharian, no way.
Breatharian, but try the.
Have you seen an animal like ever just exist on air alone?
I think there is animals that just
not even trees exist on air alone.
What about snakes? They only like every 6 weeks.
They still eat. It's because their metabolism is so low.
So slow.
Yeah, if you cut the snake's head off, it will continue to live. The head will continue to live another 10 minutes. Yeah. Because the metabolism is so low. So if you ever do cut a snake's head off, you should crush the head. Don't let it. It's cruel. It's cruel because like.
It's still alive.
It's still alive and it's still processing things just as normal as it did. Yeah.
You're in pain.
Yeah.
So what about mushrooms? Is an interesting one. I've heard stuff like up to the spores can exist without oxygen inside the earth and things like that.
Yeah.
Like for thousands of years until conditions are right for them to kind of
they need the
come
conditions
up.
to become alive. Yeah.
So that might be
they're not broken down. They're just sitting in a state.
Yeah.
Are they alive though?
Yeah, I don't know. Is a seed alive?
Would you call that alive?
Yeah.
Is a sperm alive?
Yeah.
I mean, it's there, but then
it's spinning round.
Yeah, it just does its thing, and then what?
Yeah. Does this die?
Is a virus alive? That's another thing too.
Virus. I heard that. Is this right? I heard a couple of years ago that what mitochondria are is actually bacteria.
It's an old type of bacteria,
yeah. So they're actually like a nanobacteria, like a really small.
They were like a whole other organism.
Yeah.
And you got to remember that there was a long period of time, they reckon, where all life on Earth was just single cells.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of single cells out there.
Wow.
Fighting each other and stuff like that. But there could be a colony of single cells, right? So the whole colony of single cells sort of get together. You can almost say that's like one organism in itself. Just like a whole bunch of humans together, you can call them an organism, right? But anyways, to stick to the point, they reckon that one type of bacteria had the ability to process ATP and energy, and another one, had to find it other ways. So this one found safety inside, the mitochondria one found safety inside the other one, and that's how they work together through symbiosis. So then you've got an organism inside another organism. It said, you know what? I'm not going to be an individual. I'm just going to continue existing by producing energy, and you can benefit from it as long as you house me.
Yeah.
And so your mitochondria actually has its own line of DNA.
Really?
Yeah. They call it mitochondrial DNA.
Cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Bit of a money spot there for you, bro.
Yeah.
So you're covering a bit of ground get back to the rub a little bit.
Yeah, the pelvis is
for 30 seconds, and we'll talk about stuff. So yeah, just hitting the money spots, all these different tendons that hold tension. We're going to hit them. We're going to explore them. So Elliot will get information when I'm pushing into his body. He gets information about how he is traveling, because a lot of times you don't know, until it's pushed. You just don't have awareness. It's just not in your conscious awareness, so you kind of push into things deep and hold it, and then you get that feedback. Whoa, I didn't realise that was tight. I didn't realise that was sore. I didn't realise pressure was building up.
It's so surprising, hey?
Yeah.
Like just the stuff that you discover or someone discovers on you that you didn't realise up until that point. You know that something's not right, but then as you're getting the bodywork done, things are being uncovered. You're like, oh, okay, I can see where all this is built up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the pelvis is a great area for it as well.
Yeah.
All the tissues, all the compression.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hitting all these spots, you know, any kind of nerve impingements, so a little bit of sciatica awareness or something like that, you can clear that up easily, just with a bit of good slow body work. Good spot.
Yep. Yeah. It's doing well. Doing real well. Yeah, the borders, this is like how far the glutes go and how many people will say, I feel it in my back, but actually it's just the top of your glute.
Mm-hmm.
And this region here, how it just gets, you know, over time pinched up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Even more so there.
Well, what, another breatharian restaurant joke?
Oh, yeah?
Guy asked you, how was the breatharian restaurant? Yeah, the food was great, but the service was terrible.
Food was great, service terrible. Oh, dear.
Fuck. What kind of service do you want?
Yeah. They didn't even take my plate. Breatharian, wow.
Look up fasting with Trevor. I think is his handle. I think Instagram, YouTube. Really interesting guy. How he's healed himself, and yeah, how many goes it took him with the dry fasting. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, and like it's interesting these sort of places. Like I watched in America, like Northern Star or something like that. They kind of they do fasting and different things for people guided, like with medical doctors and stuff like that. And yeah, just the amazing kind of healing that can happen, you know. So I kind of enjoy listening to those kind of guys, and I suppose I've been doing that kind of stuff for many years now.
Yeah,
so
how often do you do a fast?
Well, I did 3 kind of or 4 cleanses in the past 12 months. So, and I kind of, the last one I did, I kind of said I'm done for a bit. I just sort of was hard. I did a 6-week one. It was just the hardest cleanse I'd done. And then I did a bit of a mini one. It was just some intermittent fasting, just raw vegan, and then 7 days vegetable juice. And that wasn't too hard, but it was just I was done for a bit. So, and it's been the way I've kind of tended to do it is just more intuitive. Like when I feel like I'm a bit sluggish or I've kind of my habits have gone off the rails a bit, then I'll start to do something. I'll know that I can feel better. My energy's not right, or I'm just not feeling. I'm feeling a bit sluggish in my digestion and things. So, but yeah, I think it would be a good idea to like do something every quarter, every season. This is a good little
Like a week-long one, or?
Yeah, a week or something like that. Yeah, a week each quarter would be good just to do a cleanse. Maybe, you know, a few days intermittent fasting, a couple of days vegetable juice. What's that leave us 2 days? You can probably do like a 40-hour water, something like that would be pretty good. Get you 6.5 days.
So last week is just water?
I've done, when I do the 4 week ones, it's, so you just, intermittent fasting midday until midday for a week, intermittent fasting till 6, and then 1 week vegetable juice, and then 6.5 days or 6 days water fast. And having colonics and things like that at the end of the week on the vegetable juice and the water fasting, it just heaps of stuff comes out. And you can do other protocols like, you know, like activated charcoal, apple cider vinegar, and different things that help bring out the toxins, you know, the heavy metals and things like that, or parasites. Breaks down stones, like the chunca piedra, the stone breaking tea. You can kind of do all this kind of stuff while you're fasting, because your body's more receptive to it, because it doesn't have to prioritize breaking down food. So it can kind of just get into the work, which is the deep cleaning, or it can utilize the different herbs or volcanic kind of rock extracts and things like that that kind of pull metals into them, like a magnetic pull. So bit of something in there.
Yeah.
Bit of fun, eh? Getting a hammy rub.
Yeah, a bit of leftover tightness from some sprints.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been finding my stride in the sprints in the last couple of sessions with Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, working on my spinal engine.
Spinal engine.
Yeah, it's a term I learned recently.
Yeah. Cool.
We can use the the thoracic spine and the rib cage and the rotation movement to really power our sprints.
Yeah.
And I think when I first met you and Aaron, you guys were talking about sprinting, being able to stretch and move a lot of the body, like the full body.
Yeah.
And for me, it was the first time someone referred to like the rotation of the trunk for sprinting.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's never thought of it. I just thought, your trunk is there and your legs just run.
Yeah. Rotation. You need to have a bit of movement through the thoracic, don't we, to move, to throw, to sprint. Yeah, even just walking needs a little bit.
I think that's how I tore my hammy a couple years ago. I was just trying to push my legs harder to run faster.
Yeah.
And they just went past their limit.
Their capacity, yeah.
And if I wanted to run faster, I need to get more of the body involved. So get the arms pumping, get the rotation happening. That's more power. Not just trying to... If you think about the hamstrings, they're only a certain amount of length. They are long, but if you're only using them versus using the whole body, they're completely outclassed.
Yeah. Yeah, sprinting is awesome. It's like wringing out a sponge.
Yeah.
Your heart and lungs, but just the loading through all your joints. The body loves it. In bare feet especially, you're kind of loading up your joints in the right way. So you're like a spring rather than a hammer. Yeah, your body just loves it. Just really brings it to life. Getting air, getting blood into all these different regions, your lungs really expand. Yeah, it's pure joy when you can sprint. But it's, use it or lose it, the old sprint.
That's it. It's nice to feel like you can be fast.
Yeah, it's the best. You're just so present when you're sprinting as well, and it's good. Your mate's outside, mate. Yelling at you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing? Coming out?
It's a beautiful day. What are you doing inside?
Let's go to the pub.
So yeah, like I said in the meeting this morning, last week was 6 months for me, no alcohol.
No alcohol.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
What's interesting is I keep having dreams where I've had a beer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, I've stuffed it.
Yeah.
I feel like just such a loss.
Oh, you failed.
Yeah, but then I wake up, I'm like, oh, it didn't happen.
That was
How good.
Yeah.
Makes me just cherish it more.
Yeah, man. keep your streak alive. What are you gonna drink at the Christmas party?
Nah.
Zero.
Zero. Gonna try and make it 12 months next year.
Yeah. I'm at 12 months.
This is 12 months for
12
you.
months, yeah. I haven't drank since the last Christmas party. Don't know what date it was. It was roughly the same. So yeah, it's good.
Oh, yeah.
It's empowering, isn't it, when you can kind of get through and go through all the social anxiety and things like that.
That's it.
And
put yourself in your discomfort zone and just accept that that's, you know, we need to feel our anxiety and understand how it is and work with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just our brain's telling us something.
Yeah.
To just work with it rather than trying to just numb it.
Yeah.
You know, and even when you get on a drink, like it's only good, like really good for like 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I reckon there's like a nice bit, and then after that, it's just trash.
You're a lower vibration human, aren't you?
Yeah, you know, at some point in my life, I thought that was fun, but after some time, like, what am I doing this for? And then the next day, I'm like, you know, just dealing with the consequences, dealing with the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, turning over new cells that I didn't have to.
Yeah. Aging yourself, eh?
Drying out as well.
Yeah. Yeah, the detoxes can be pretty rude.
And the thing that really surprised me the most is how much my tummy muscles had weakened because as I'm trying to sink more pints, I'm making room for them by pushing my tummy out. And even after like the drink is gone, those muscles don't contract back in.
Really?
You'd have to actively work on it, and if I forgot, they just sort of sag out and stay that way.
Is that the beer belly?
I think so.
The beer belly.
So there's the weakening of that. Obviously, it's the fat that gets, you know, metabolized or stored, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've got very weak anterior walls, right? Like that fascia and that connective tissue is just slackened all the way.
Yeah.
It's not like their six-pack disappears. It's small, but the muscles are still there. It's just really weak and stretched out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, just doing a slightly different technique on this side to the other one. I did thumb gouges. I'm doing a bit of elbow work. Just hitting in the adductors a little bit on this side. Just changing it up. All down this outside one.
And that's the thing with the beer belly. It was just me trying to make more space for the beer. Whereas, like, if I have a soda at home, like with my soda stream, just, you know, get some soda water and put a lime in it.
Yeah.
Just something cold and fizzy. That's all I really felt like I needed.
Yeah. That's the real attachment, isn't it?
Yeah. Just a stimulation, and then I don't feel like I have to, like, you know, chug a whole bunch more. I don't want to drink any more soda.
Yeah. That's what I feel about my, cocoa.
Oh yeah.
Like the warm, milky drink, a little bit sweet, you know, mushrooms in it. That's kind of the coffee replacement. So you still getting that warm, fluffy drink. You know, could put it in the blender so it all really aerates and stuff. And but yeah, a lot of times it's that attachment to that kind of sensation. You know, the act, the ritual, things like that. The connection you get while you're doing it.
Maybe you just needed some hot water.
Yeah.
You know, just to get a bit of that stimulation.
Yeah. Comfort. I think we find comfort in habits, don't we? You know, they're familiar. So you kind of don't know who you are without your habits. You know, so
that's the thing. Just like certain rituals, you don't realize. Yeah, your habit is a type of ritual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's getting you into a mindset or preparing you for something. You know, like now I work with a client. If I work with a client, I try to take a second before I go to see them to think of what my intentions are.
Yeah.
You know, just like get some space and be like, okay, this next hour is for this person right now. This is the most important person in the world right now.
Yeah.
You know, and have that on my mind, because if my mind's not doing that, it's going to show up in my work, and don't like that.
Yeah, that's really cool insight, man. Thanks for sharing. I think, just thinking about what we did this morning at the meeting, it's good to kind of reflect a bit, like this time of year, the end of the year, end of 2024. You know, how'd you go? You know, just sort of ask a bunch of questions in different areas of life about how you've gone, like with work, with family, with finances, with health, with fitness. You know, how'd you go? How'd you go with your social networks? You know, are you happy with it? Because you kind of never ask the questions, you never kind of get to know if you're kind of on a good trajectory or not, or are you happy with where you're at? Or you just going, are you in the driver's seat, like we were saying before? Or are you just getting pushed around wherever, whoever's around you wants to go? And I think, yeah, it's cool to have those attachments, you know, to, you know, be with friends and things like that, but sometimes you're not being authentic. And yeah, you're kind of not being yourself, so there's going to be repressing things, resenting things. So yeah, as soon as you kind of are authentic, then those people might go, but you will attract in the people that you really want to be around. You know, when you're being authentic. So, but yeah, it's scary at the start when you be authentic, because you kind of can lose the things that you're attached to, the habits and things like that, and the people. Yeah, you make room for new friends, new people.
You have a lot of old friends, Ninja?
No, I kind of I've had two lives now.
Yep.
So at 24, I left Tasmania, and I started again. I burnt the boat, come over on the boat, I burnt it, and I couldn't go back.
Yep.
So that was the analogy, the metaphor. I'm going forward, starting again. So I've got all new friends. So I've got friends from the 25, 27 years in, which is good. And I suppose my parents, they're my longest, people.
Yep.
They're still kicking. So
they came over here with you?
they come over here, a bit after I got here, probably 15 years after.
Oh, yeah.
Or 10 years at least. So, yeah, but I don't know a single person from below 24. So yeah. But I think that's one of the really cool things about getting older is, the bonding. The bonding that you get with different people that you frequently see. It is really important to create that, and doesn't just happen in a short period of time. You've got to be around people for years a lot of times, because then you get to experience them under different stresses and different situations, and you get to know how they respond to things. Are they reliable? All those different things. And then will they help you, when you're a bit in need, so yeah, there's good things about getting older, because you got networks that are established. You can kind of, when you need a plumber, when you need a photographer, when you need whatever it might be, you kind of got people you can trust, mechanics, these kind of things. You need these kind of people that you don't just rip you. So yeah. But the word bonding, I think, is not really used that much, but I think it's sort of an important word as humans. I kind of watched some podcasts that Huberman did one on connection, the science of connection, and like the importance of connection, and seeing familiar faces, getting regular texts and phone calls and catch-ups with people is part of what made us evolve as humans, because we need each other, because different people got different skills. Some people might be good at growing veggies, some might be good at gathering water, or whatever it is, building a house. So yeah, diversity, and there's safety in creating friends as well, because you can help protect each other. So yeah, it's interesting. And then Simon Sinek did a pretty cool one as well, like on friendship. So the importance of friendship. So companionship, things like that is really important. And I like connection and sharing time, sharing stories. You know, it's a really important part of life. And then I'll say it in a bit in these videos, that's the main bank. The main bank you want to fill up, charge up each day, each week, each month, each year is your connection bank, your experience bank. Because that gives you a purpose and meaning and ultimately fun and enjoyment, you know. Because yeah, you can have millions in the bank, but you can be bloody depressed, you know, because you don't have those connections and, you know, purpose and place in a community or in a tribe. Yeah. That's it. But there you go, my man.
Oh, nice.
There's a bit of a footy rub for you.
Oh, good.
And a chat. I used to call it the chat.
The chat.
The chat. So you can have a chat like this with somebody that you're bonding with, you're forming connection, relationship with, and yeah, the more you kind of do these kind of the bodywork sessions, then you can empty your cup when you need to, you can fill your cup when you need to, and yeah, you get it done together. So I don't think AI is going to take our job anytime soon. So before AI gets there, we can keep on connecting with each other and yeah, sharing life. Yeah, have fun, family and friends, but happy, healthy and strong. That's what we want to live free, you know, from the burdens, you know. Got to do it together though. So we get it done.
Get it done.
Done.